Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Lus. William,
You already know.
you saw that walk off yesterday?
Did I see that walk off yesterday? It was 1:30 in the fucking morning. I saw that walk off yesterday.
1:30. Oh yeah, because you're in the East Coast, so you're 3 hours ahead.
3 hours. I think it was like midnight, 12:30 to be exact. But I was like knocking out while watching that last at bat, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Let me ask you this, because I saw that walk off on my Instagram, but I noticed that the ball doesn't actually go as a home run. It just hits the wall and it comes back down. Why was it a walk off home run for those people that don't know about that stuff like myself?
It's easy. This is the best part I love about baseball. Every ballpark has different dimensions. 350 feet, 370 feet, depending which field you're playing. The Green Monster obviously has a big ass wall in Fenway, but it's really close. So that's a thing. So every ballpark has dimensions. They have to require total footage. So in this case, the Angels, their right field wall, there's a line, like the yellow line that runs in the middle of it, right before the scoreboard. If you hit above the yellow line, it's a home run. If you hit the yellow line, it's a home run. If it's below the yellow line, it's a double or a single, whatever you might get. But above it, it's always gonna be a home run.
All right, so it's not. And basically in baseball, what you're telling me is like you don't have to necessarily hit it over the wall to be a home run.
No. Every ballpark is different. Even the Yankees right field short porch, they did it for Aaron Judge. That's why he had 70 home runs or whatever that one season, 63 home runs.
Yeah.
But really, I believe it was like 23 of those home runs would not have counted at any other park except for Yankee Stadium. Because that's how short and close that field is, that wall is at Yankee Stadium.
So I would say, is that unfair though to the whole league, because that's who's gonna play more times home than playing away?
Everybody, you could do the same thing for the Angels. You could bring in the wall. You could lower. The Angels, it used to be you had to hit it over that scoreboard to be a home run. And eventually, I forgot for who they did it. I think it was for Trout, but honestly, I don't remember for who. They're like, let's put the line here so it could be a home run every time he hits his wall. And that's why. So they have the dimensions, and again, that's something, in my opinion, the NBA could take from and be like, hey, let's abolish the 3-point line. And you could shoot from anywhere, and it's only gonna be 2 points, because obviously right now in NBA, the 3-pointer is the game. You're playing, everybody's just shooting threes and from wherever distance. So people are saying, or I think for me, in my opinion, is at least push back the 3-point line or get rid of it, or like each NBA team should have their own. Like, hey, this is our home court. We're gonna play without the 3 field. Hey, this is our home court. Our 3-point counts at the half court.
The only reason I'm against that, because it defeats the purpose. It's an advantage and it is home. That's why, like, when Mexico comes and plays United States and in the U.S., the U.S., what do they usually do? They choose an East Coast team so they can be really fucking cold, and then they wet the floor because they want to play in a watery grass type field, and that's an advantage for home plate, or pardon, not for home plate, but
Home field.
home field advantage. Where I'm for it. I'm like, yeah, you can take advantage. It's like el Estadio Azteca. Por eso muchos dicen, why is Estadio Azteca like so hard to play? And I'm like, because you're playing in altitude, and then you're playing in a 90-seat stadium where you can barely feel the oxygen. I'm like, so it takes away the impact, because not everybody plays with 90,000 people. So, pero quitando la 3-point line, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yes, for some people, obviously, it's not. For the Golden State Warriors, when they had the Splash Brothers, like, if you take it away from them when they're playing against, let's just say, the Cleveland Cavaliers with King James, the GOAT, when you take it away in the finals, wouldn't you think it would be a more advantage? Like, fuck, it's gonna be hey, 2-pointers only the entire game, because it's like you guys are only shooting threes, so let's go ahead and make this fair. Let's get rid of the 3-point and try to beat us like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it has its disadvantages to some teams, advantages to other teams. Tim Duncan back with the Spurs. Back in that time, it was a lot of the inside ball. It was hardly any 3-pointers. Obviously, you had Peja, Stojakovic, but it doesn't matter. The majority of the time, it was Kevin Garnett in the paint, Tim Duncan in the paint, Dirk Nowitzki in the mid. So really, you had a lot of paint Now it's all 3-point. Even the power forwards are shooting from 3 points. Even the centers are shooting from 3 points.
I would do it opposite. I'm like, you have to get 3 points if you dunk it, and 2 points if you shoot from far away. Because you're being a bitch.
But so again, that's why I love baseball for that aspect of, hey, every stadium is gonna be different dimensions. Every stadium is different.
I feel like when it comes to the home advantage, in a way, baseball is more like soccer. Where soccer they can use things like that. Where let's go play by the coast. Let's go, like if you're playing in Mexico, we're gonna choose where we want to
Right.
play, not where you're gonna play. And I think that's an advantage that can work in a good way.
Right.
Como se llama, um, for instance, let's say Seattle Sounders, even though they sucked in the FIFA World Cup, their town is known for always rain, always rain. So I don't know if their stadium, to be honest, it's a dome or not, but they would play during the water, but as long as it's not a bad weather.
Right.
Like the Atlanta Falcons, where you're from, they play in a dome, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So in a way, that's an advantage for them because if they want, they can turn that motherfucking heater up. I'm like, and let those motherfuckers die on heat. Miami Dolphins. The away team does not get AC; they just have fans. And for the home team, all their bench has AC and fans.
Right.
So that's a cool advantage to have.
Right. Yeah. Hmm.
When the San Antonio Spurs whooped that ass against the King James, they literally turn up the heat and they turn off the AC for their lockers away. People say the only thing that the San Antonio Spurs said is that they were just having AC issues, but it was just the locker room on the away, not the whole arena. So I'm like, was it really technical
Right.
issues?
Right.
Like, but to me, I'm like, that's an advantage, and you should have every advantage you can.
Or it's like the Houston Astros banging trash cans to win the World Series. Fucking cheaters.
It's smart. It's not kidding.
I mean, it's a good strategy.
As long as it's the Dodgers, fuck them.
It's like the Dodgers strategy. Let's go ahead and get Otani for $2 million a year and pay the rest after he retires. Come on,
it's
strategy.
it's strategy, and it sucks because I mean, but it's how I told you last time that we had this conversation about the billionaires and
Yeah.
all that. I'm like, at the end of the day, the players have to play. I'm looking at the World Series, and when I see that mistake, when the Yankees were up 5-1 or 4-1,
Aaron Judge, yeah, I know.
yeah,
The
when you
drop,
see
yeah.
a judge fuck up on that play, I'm like, bro, I'm paying you 30 plus or $40 plus million a year for you to make those catches where it counts. I'm not just paying you to make a home run. I'm paying you to catch that fucking ball. And I'm not saying that I'm a badass player that I'm gonna catch every ball. I'm just saying if you're gonna pay me $40 million, you bet your ass I'm gonna do my best not to fucking miss that shot. Para mí, I'm like, that all counts. I'm like, it's not just I have $1 billion team. Let's do something with it. I'm like, no, the chemistry has to work together. Y como se llama, pero I keep looking at the Halos, William. No, you keep saying we playoffs. You keep saying playoffs, but these fuckers are fighting for that third place, and if they're right there in that wild card third, I don't think they're gonna go. I think it's gonna
Boy,
be.
they are 40-40 as of right now. We have caught up to 500. Ron Washington is still out with his health issues. We are making playoffs. We just promoted Christian Moore. Like, that walk off proves it all. Now, obviously, yes, Zach Neto went down to injury. I don't know how long he's out for. Hopefully not too long. But we don't need Trout at this point. Like, it's proven. Like, yeah, Trout is still Trout, but he's not hitting the way he used to hit. Now it's either strikeout or home run for Trout. But we're relying on Shano. Joe Addo, God knows where the hell he's coming from with this little hot streak that he has. I think he's at 7 home runs in the last 15 games. Joe Addo is turning into finally, hopefully, finding his footing with the team to a point where he's going to be someone reliable. And again, Nolan Shano, Logan O'Hoppe, whose bat has been gone for all of June, finally woke up with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs the other night. I was like, however, he's gone. He was I believe he was 3 hits in the entire month of June, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like his bat has been gone, yet we're still winning games. Yeah, we still took 3 games from the Yankees, yet we just took the Red Sox. Yeah, we lost to the Astros, but probably because they were banging trash cans again. But it's the Angels young nucleus that I keep talking about in my videos it's there for the future. And the fact that you're sitting at 500 right before the All-Star break, At 40-40, it's like, where do we go from here? It's like, okay, we're about to go into the All-Star break. We're about to get our number 2 draft pick. So it's like, what are we doing with it? And it's like, are you going to get another MLB ready player, or you got to draft high school? It just depends on at that point. It's a question for them. But they have their entire infield. If Kyron Perez could get his act back together, he could finish off that infield if he were to get his act back together. It's the fact that they're 40-40 and this young. Like, hey, you can only go up from here. So you either make the playoffs as a wild card, or you win the division. Not gonna happen. Or you just wait it out till next year, because at this point you're there. You're basically already there.
You know what I was thinking? I'm like, if they're planning to keep Mike Trout until he retires, I'm like, do the same exact thing they did to Otani. I'm like, tell this guy, hey, we'll sign you for a good amount, but take a pay cut so that we can get better players.
Well, it's not even hey, we'll sign you, because he's obviously there for 6 more years, I think.
Also, he's already in the contract.
Yeah, the contract been signed since 2019, I believe it was.
Also, yeah, that means that he's about to renew again.
It's a 10-year contract.
Oh, it's 3 more years, so that means that they can't fuck around with the contract anymore. Then
I mean, you could restructure it, but for the most part, it's like, why would I restructure it? I'm already making this much. Yeah, like at the same time, they have given him the offer. Hey, do you want to leave? We'll trade you, and he's the one saying, no, I'm staying.
okay,
Obviously,
so if we can restructure it, I'm like, hey, do what Otani did. I'm like, we already have a young core. Let me get all these guys on a 10-year contract and work with them so that we can get something in 3 years, something in 2 years. Because this is a badass young core. It is a badass core. I don't think I've been excited for Angels baseball in 10 fucking years. Even when we had Otani, I wasn't this excited. I live 3 hours away, and I just want to go to Orange County to go watch a fucking game.
I mean, again, it's just a young team, and yeah, everybody's saying, oh, they're gonna mess up with the prospects because they got promoted right away. I'm sorry. Look at Nato. I don't think he fucked up. Look at Shawno. I don't think he's messing up. Look at Ohapi. He's not messing up. And obviously now our newest prospect, Christian Moore, 3 home runs already. 3 home runs in what, like 5 games, 6 games?
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have this conversation next week about the Halos game and all that, because are you gonna go to a game, or are you gonna go to all 3 games?
I can't go to all 3 because I have to work on one of them, but I'm going July 2nd and 3rd.
July 2nd and 3rd. So most likely, I don't know what time are the games out there.
7. So it'd be 4 for you guys.
Yeah. So unless not, I don't even think you might want to do a podcast at 10 p.m. for you, because usually the games do last 3 hours, baseball games. So that would put you at 10. By the time you get home, it's like 10:30. Yeah, we might not have a show for you guys next week regarding the Halos talk. But I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna beat the Braves.
I mean, the Braves are not having the best year, I'll tell you that. But the last 2 times the Angels have been here, the Angels have won 2 games out of 6. So
and what's it called? But that was a
different Angels team. Yes, that was an Angels team with Otani still here with the Angels. So yeah.
So when you go to those baseball games in Atlanta, you wear your Angels gear?
Hell yeah.
I'll be give you shit.
Nah, I mean, I've gone 3 games, 4 games, I think 5 games I've gone total. 2 Angels versus Braves. I've gone to Braves Yankees. I've gone to Braves Dodgers in the NOCS.
Yeah.
But no, not at all. I mean, people here, yes, I get it, but they're not Philly fans. They're not New York fans. They're not Boston fans. It's that simple.
Giants and Dodgers. So I was gonna tell you this. Would you say the Braves are your second team, or would you say any California team, when they go play the Atlanta Braves, is your second team?
I've always said it, and it's always gonna be every California team except for Sacramento, and now the Dodgers. Back when I went to go see the Dodgers Braves NLCS, when the Braves won it all, I was rooting for the Dodgers. I had Dodger gear, and Dodger blue, not the jersey, just a blue Adidas jacket with my Dodger hat, somewhere around there. And I went to rep as a Dodger. They ended up losing that game, and then ended up losing the series, got knocked out by the Braves. But Now it's like, nah, I'm not repping Dodgers. Ever since Otani signed, I'm like, yeah, that's it. So now I'm repping San Diego. I've been always repping San Diego. Obviously, Angels will always be repped. And San Francisco Giants.
I think the only other team that I would choose, even though, like, if I have a second team, it's the Red Sox. I really like the Red Sox, but I feel like it's because it's the same color as the Angels. They're red. Uh, pero if I had to choose another Cali team to, like, I like these fools lately. The not because they became better. It's just that I feel like for so long they were shitty as fuck, and now they became good. It's the Padres. I'm like I feel it's the same story with Angels and Padres where they sucked for so long and now they're good, but I don't know if they're ever gonna be able to jump over that hoop to get that championship because I feel like it's been too many fucking playoffs and you guys ain't doing shit, and I don't know what extra you guys need to win, and I don't know. I
I
can't.
mean, what matters a lot in that aspect is you're playing in the National League, bro. You have the Dodgers, you have the Giants, you have the Phillies, you have the Mets, you have the Braves. You don't have nobody in the Central because the Central is just terrible. Um, but well, the Brewers, no, not really. I'm trying to think. The Pirates are nothing, even with Paul Skeens. The Cubs are nothing. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, the NL Central has nothing.
The
You go to
Cubs were
the
at some point. The Cubs were
the
something at
the
some point.
the Cubs were good in 2016 when they won it all. Before that, they went 106 years without winning it all. And now they're gonna go another 106 without winning it again.
The
It's
White Sox are national as well, right?
no White Sox are American League, but even them, they're terrible. They're the worst team in baseball. Well, the Rockies now, but and then you have Arizona Diamondbacks. So in their own division with the Padres, you're talking about three teams that are over 500. Diamondbacks, Giants, and Dodgers. That simple. You go to the American League, like you could easily beat the Yankees any given day. You could easily beat the Red Sox. I mean, the Angels just beat them. If I'm trying to look back, but I'm pretty sure they swept them back in Boston as well. I
Yeah.
think they swept them back in Boston. So it's like they just took 6 games from Red Sox. It's the Angels, the team that just made it back to 400. Don't get me wrong, I love my Angels, but we all know it's like, okay, we're professionals, but we're not AAA, but like 4A. Like we're not MLB, but we're not AAA. We're in between. That's
Right.
our team. But so in the American League, you have a better shot at making the World Series because of that. Because it's like, really, who do you have? The Royals are actually stunning, surprisingly. I mean, they have one of the best, if not the best, shortstop in the game. But beside that, then you go into divisions, and again, the Houston Astros. I'm sure the Angels could actually beat them. I'm sure. And then you look at other divisions, and you're like, okay, again, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Orioles. The Orioles are having a terrible year, even though they have a better young team than the Angels do, but they're just having a bad year. It is what it is. But the National League is more competitive, easier, harder to get to the National League World Series because that's where the Padres fall in. It's that simple. You just have more competitiveness.
And then of course just being in the same division as the Giants and the freaking
Dodgers.
Dodgers, it's not a good taste. Now you said that Sacramento A's basically. Why do you like them?
I mean, they're not even from California no more at this point. I mean, yeah, they're still in Sacramento, but really, where are they going?
Oh, so
Vegas?
that's the only reason why you wouldn't, because they're not California no more.
I mean, yeah, had they come as Oakland, yeah, I would have root for them, I guess. I mean, they weren't good. I wouldn't want to be seen wearing green and yellow like, with a team that's just terrible, so.
It's funny that I just realized that there's literally 5 teams in California in
Mhm.
baseball, and
But same goes for basketball. Same goes for
only 2 teams.
football.
Oh, Golden State,
Well, 3 teams, I guess.
3 teams. Soccer is
No,
only
4 teams. You got Golden State Warriors, Sacramento Kings, Clippers, and Lakers.
the Kings don't count.
Okay, why not? Because they're from Sacramento. Are they going to Vegas too? They had Vladdy Divac, Mike Bibby, Chris Webber. Of course they count. Come on.
And then in soccer you have LAFC, LA Galaxy, San Jose Earthquakes, in San Diego.
They just
They
added San Diego, yeah.
That's 4 teams. Oh shit, that is true. And then football, they only have
3?
LA, and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 4 at one point, but
Yes, Raiders. Oh shit! I didn't realize that the actual California, because it's such a big state from
yeah. So
across.
that's the thing. It's like out here, it's like I'd be thinking, just thinking in the world. I'm like, what if I move to North Carolina or Tennessee? I'm just like, if I go to Tennessee, I'm not gonna watch baseball because there's no team there. If I go to North Carolina, I'm not gonna watch baseball because there's no team there. Like I have the Panthers in football, but I'm like that's it. I mean, maybe soccer, but I'm not gonna watch the damn MLS.
The tickets will be cheap though for
Nah,
the
I don't care. I don't care how cheap they are, but I'm not watching damn Panthers. But like, come on.
So
Like in Tennessee, like if I were to go watch a baseball team, it'd be the Trash Pandas, which is Angels affiliate.
yeah.
It's that simple. Or that's Alabama actually, but still.
Now, guys, if we'll most likely won't give you a show next week because he's gonna be going to the games, but for sure he's gonna review the games after, see how does it feel. He's looking at this young core, seeing it perfection. I might go. I'm still undecisive. I'm gonna go this Saturday. So if I actually get to go this Saturday, I might see them against the Nationals. But if not, I'll probably have to wait till July, and that's against Seattle. So that's probably a better game. But they are.
No, the Nationals are a better game. So
Then,
obviously
but
you don't follow baseball, but the Nationals, they have one of not the best young stars squads. You have
well,
Juan Soto, C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore. Oh, by the way, who they got in trade for Juan Soto. Which, by the way, hold on, the Angels could have gotten had they traded Otani to Washington. Or sorry, to San Diego. They would have gotten um, Wood, C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, and Jackson Merrill. But they
what
didn't
I
happen.
meant, what I meant is that because the couple of times that I saw him in the last 5 years, we always played Seattle and we always fucking lost at home against them. That's why I said it might be the better game because we're always losing. We just literally lost, I think, the series, didn't we? Or we got
To
swept.
Seattle. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we need to get our lick back. So that's what I'm saying. It might be a better game if I just wait till July. But if I go this weekend, it is going to be the Nationals.
You're talking about cheap Panthers tickets, bro. You got cheap Angels tickets, bro. Like
14. They're not cheap anymore. They're
five
14 bucks.
$5 fucking nosebleeds. In fact, they have a whole monthly subscription that you pay like 20 $40 a month. You could go out any game you want except for the Dodger series. Come on now,
Yes.
I would have taken so much advantage of that.
Let me. I'm gonna say something before we jump into our next segment. I came to Bakersfield, bunch of Dodger fans, like a shitload of Dodger fans, and I remember I was in my break room, and they're talking shit to me. I was like, "Oh, fucking Angels games, $5 tickets. You can't even afford $25 tickets." I'm like, "Bro, you live in a fucking desert where there's no baseball." I'm like, "There's no way you can be talking shit on a $5 ticket on a Wednesday night to go see them fucking play Baltimore Orioles." I'm like, you know how cool that is when you're like, you know what? I just got off work. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do shit. Let's go to the ballpark. Buy yourself a fucking hot dog. Buy yourself a $5 ticket. Get yourself some beer and watch the fucking game. Or not beer, just soda. I'm like, that's a big difference. Instead of saying, let me go to the ballpark, spend $25, and spend another $15 on a fucking hot dog, and then buy yourself another fucking soda, and you're spending $50 on a Wednesday night instead of spending just like $10 on a Wednesday night. I'm like, that's the best part about having $5 tickets. Right now, the cheapest tickets I've been finding are $14, which is still not bad. Like on a Wednesday, and then it is a Saturday night, so it's more expensive technically because it's on a Saturday night.
Right.
Y como se llama? But I don't know. Like I said, if I go, I'll see the Nationals. If not, I'll probably wait till Seattle, and it's fine. Like I mean, that's just it's a bit like I said. I think the winning games makes me want to go see them. Even though every year I would go see them over there at least one time. Before I moved to Bakersfield in 2018, I would literally go watch 3-4 games a year. Like 3-4, I would support them 3-4 years. Never bought a jersey, just my hats or the Angels affiliated clothes, like with a big A, like different shirts every year. Y como se llama? And when I moved here the first time, afterwards, when I moved back, ya casi no los miré. Like once a game, once a year. Y lo de, like even with Otani, I only saw him play 2 times. Y como se llama? It is aura. I'll tell you that. It is fucking aura. When you see these fools, it's like, fuck yeah. But I'm like, we're not winning, so it doesn't. The aura is like a little shining star like in the
Yeah.
fucking depth and like that. But when they're winning, that shining star can be the brightest one.
No, yeah, it's a huge difference when they're in a winning streak or in a hot streak or like the club. Obviously, the vibes both in the stadium and in the clubhouse. you could see the difference of well, like damn, we suck. Like let's go on next game. You
Uh,
know,
and, I, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. That Dodger playoff when I was because it's Dodgerville over here. Like it's crazy, dude. It's just, like you got to remember when me and you were young and we saw the Angels win. I was 13 or 12. When was it? 2002.
2002,
2002. I was 12 and you were like 10.
10.
So we didn't get to experience. Plus, our dad didn't watch fucking baseball,
Yeah.
so we didn't get to experience that aura of the Anaheim going to the ballpark, going to the bars, and all that. Now that I'm older and I'm the one who got to experience that, I got to see a lot of Dodgers jerseys, a lot of like people getting excited, and then fucking Freddie Mercury always motherfucking dropping those bombs. Freddie Mercury, my
Freddie
Freddie.
Freeman.
¿Cómo se llama? Him dropping bombs like that. I was like, it just made that playoff series badass. Even though they won in 6 games, 5 games, it just made that playoff series badass.
I mean, playoffs alone is just a whole different atmosphere, bro. Like even out here, rooting for the Dodgers when they were playing against the Braves in the playoffs, like you just feel it's a whole different atmosphere, completely 100% different. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously the Dodgers lost, but I couldn't even be sad about it because I'm like, bro, this is a fucking fun experience. You know, obviously out here you have the Braves fan and their damn little chop, you know, with the little pitcher BS. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, when the Angels came into town, same thing, different atmosphere. But I was like, all right, I'm like Otani's pitching. You know, and yeah, you had the fans like, "Hey, we're gonna take your picture next year. Like, he's not gonna be with you guys anymore. We're gonna pay him or whatever." I was like, "I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna pay this guy. Like, you know, if anything, the Dodgers will pay him." And yeah, Dodgers were the ones that ended up paying him.
Yeah. Now,